So we chose The Backrooms by Kane Pixels. The framing of the backrooms, they use almost entirely long shots to kind of depict how large and spacious the backrooms are and how much there is for him to kind of experience. There are a lot of medium shots as well. Um, when he, for example, goes into a new room, discovers something new. Um, but then again, because there's no people in the shots, it makes them seem longer than they really are. And then there are little to no close-ups at all in the entire film. But when there are, they are primarily reserved for the very important moments when he when something big happens and is the scary part or something.
Yes, and there are the camera angles where they make use of low angle, eye level, and high angles. The low angle is mainly in the beginning when he falls into this place to show that what the character actually feels, which is being very small, and he's not really familiar with this place that seems very large. And then it makes it over to eye level, and giving the feeling that he's becoming more known with the place he's in, uh, and not as scared or feeling as small as he did in the beginning. And then at the last angle that is used at this high angle, which he made use of mainly exploring, again, giving a more feeling that he's become more experienced with the place that he's in. And then there's the camera movements, um, which through the entire thing there's used handheld cameras and very frantic movements, giving a big feeling of it being a person filming what is happening around them, instead of the static camera, which will give the feeling that it's being filmed like a movie, making it seem more real, helping build more suspense and using more horror elements. Uh, the way the character films is using zooming and a lot of mainly zooming and a lot of still shots. And then there's the editing. The editing makes it seem like found footage, like someone found the footage from a camera that was lost somewhere. Uh, because it makes use of these long, drawn out takes. Like they didn't really edit the footage, which helps build suspense because you don't know what is going to happen. And since the footage is there, it's probably plays a part of the story. And then when the cuts happen, it is the character turning the camera on and off when he finds potential leads or something that plays a part of the story.
Yes. Then we have the diegetic and non-diegetic sounds. There are almost only diegetic sounds. Um, because again, this is found footage. The character dies. He doesn't really have time to put anything in, and there is no corruption in the footage or anything like that. So there's almost only diegetic sounds. Um, but there is one non-diegetic sound, and that's just the static of the old camera. Um, it's both visual and auditory, uh, because the old camera has bad quality, and you can just hear static in the entire video. And every single time the monster, the one on the thumbnail, comes up, the static gets louder and louder. Maybe because it disrupts the camera or something. Then we have the lighting and color. Um, it's low-key lighting. So it's gloomy and dramatic. You can see it on the pictures. The shadows overwhelm the light. So even when the colors are supposed to be high key, like yellow and white and blue. They're not. As for color symbolism, we have green in certain cases, which means weak or still or boring. Um, the back rooms are empty, apart from basically only him and this monster. So, I mean, there's no one there. It's untouched. It's also quite boring because the rooms are all basically empty. And the weak uh, part of green just represents how helpless he is. Then we have yellow, anxiety inducing, depressive and nerve-wracking, um, which is, I mean, that fits quite well. You get anxious, you don't know what's around the corner. Depressive because there's no one else there, and you're nervous. White, in the picture below, means it's cold, uh, it's empty, and it's sterile, because there are sections of the back rooms that are office-like, so it seems very artificial. Gray, it's old, and it's mysterious because he doesn't know how he got there, and it seems like it's been there for a long time. Brown is falsehood, unfunny, which is like, how the hell did he get here? And there's not really anything funny about being there. Then we have black, which is evil, scary, heavy, pessimism, and death. And I mean, the back rooms are most definitely evil because he ends up dying there, which explains the death as well. It's scary. It is heavy because he doesn't know how to get out. And the pessimism is because, I mean, I don't think he thinks he can get out. We have the horror elements. In the elements of absence, we have the unknown and the unseen. The unknown is because of he just drops in here. He doesn't know how he got here. And the only way he can find a way out is to explore and possibly put himself in danger. And then we have the unseen, because he doesn't know this place, and a lot of the places are very dark. There's a lot of shadows and a lot of walls that block his view. He doesn't know what's around the corner, so what he doesn't see scares him. And then we have the elements of a presence when this monster actually does pop up and there's no one else there, and he doesn't know how to get out, and it's endless. He feels helpless because he doesn't think there's a way out. So it's, oh,